My name is Dr. Jonah Bonihena. I am the woman that God has shown great mercy. The explosion at Otedola on Tuesday evening, my clinic was involved, but I saw the hand of God. Eroi, the God that sees me, he saw me. That Tuesday was a normal clinic day. It was busy. I had a lot of patients to see. So, sometimes we work late. 7:30, I've been there working, seeing patients. Sometimes 8:30. But that particular day, we closed at 5. In fact, that day, I came in briefly to the clinic around 3 because I went somewhere else to consult. And so I went on that clinic to work. I worked late till about after 7. So on my way back, I was thinking, okay, let me branch into the clinic. My driver would pick up the other car and then I would take this one home. But for some reason, I just said, no, let's go home. So we went home and I got home. I didn't know that after the driver dropped me, he went to the clinic to get the car because I was supposed to go somewhere else to consult the following day. So not up to 10 minutes, I'd entered my house. My husband called me. He said, where are you? I said, I'm at home. He said that the security just called in, that the clinic is on fire. The fire is uncontrollable. That, they had to jump out. That's the only thing I heard from him. I didn't hear any other thing. I just started shouting, Jesus, Jesus. The fire service, were on top of the bridge, the Otedola bridge, and they were pouring water down. The heat was so much, we couldn't really go so close. It was a gas tanker that exploded. The clinic was consumed. As I stood there, I looked at the building. I was just speaking. I said, God, I cannot serve you and end up in shame. I said, God, you said to us that March would be a month of celebration. I said, but not for evil. People will not gather and tell me sorry. No. I just started shouting. I said, God, nothing missing, nothing broken. In fact, that's what I was just saying all through. Nothing missing, nothing broken. I will not suffer any loss. I will not suffer any loss. I climbed the Otedola bridge. They were like, Madam, where are you going to? I said, no, I want to see the beauty. I climbed on the bridge. I was looking at the building. I was saying, God, you will show us mercy. Lord, you will show us mercy. Nothing broken, nothing missing. Lord, you will show us mercy. I just kept saying that. After a while, I came down and stood, because by then the firefighters were there. They were pouring water. The fire was going down. By the time they put out the fire, I think it was almost midnight or a little after midnight. I moved and I approached the building. They were like, Madam, where are you going? I said, I want to enter and see the damage. When I entered the premises, it was hot. Everywhere was hot. I looked around the building. The roof was burnt, There was still small fire. They were, putting it out, but they had put out most of it. When I went round and I went to the back, remember that I said my car was in the premises? Pastor Jerry. We have a carport at the back. Is it the tarpaulin or the whatever of the carport? Everything was burnt. Everything was melted. But my car was intact. Pastor Jerry, the levers didn't break. The tires didn't melt. Not a single scratch. I was shocked. Then at the back of the building, I have my compressors for the dental chairs. My compressor, nothing do the compressor. So I didn't want to open the place. I was just like, God, Eroi, the God that sees me, we didn't want to open the place because there were a lot of all these boys around, So the following morning I came back. When I came back the following morning, that's when I did a video for my sister. When I entered into my clinic, nothing missing, nothing broken. Pastor Jerry, nothing missing, nothing broken. In fact, a colleague of mine that came that morning, when he entered, he said, June, he entered, he came out, he looked at the building, he said, is it the same place? It's like two different places, Pastor Jerry. Everything was still hanging, wallpaper was on the wall, paintings were still hanging, clock, everything was, I saw the hand and the mercy of God. I couldn't believe that it is the same building that, God showed me great mercy. God, Eroi, the God that sees me. What God cannot do does not exist. God honored his word in my life. Nothing was missing, nothing was broken. I didn't lose any staff. Even at the time that the building exploded, the tanker exploded and the building caught fire, one of my security was sitting in the security post. You can see the security post in the video. It was completely burnt. But how the guy managed to escape? I am that woman that has come to return all the glory to God, because in the last few days that has happened, I've been overwhelmed. But I just said, no, I have to share my testimony to encourage somebody that God sees us. He will never leave us. He will not forsake us. He will not forsake his own. He is merciful and kind. What God cannot do does not exist. I want to thank you, Pastor Jerry, for this altar. You know, like that man said, he said, with a stagger, we still dey pray. There are days that we are tired, we dey pray. God hears prayers. He's faithful.